I bought 2 bargain buckets a couple of months ago and portioned out the pieces. So I let them cool down to room temperature, then put them in the fridge for like half a day, and then put them in freezer bags. So I can, have KFC whenever I want without being killed by the virus. Now, let's get on to what we're doing here. I thought it'd be interesting to do an auto solution for a game I'm never going to play, which is a text adventure. There's not even any graphics. I've reviewed the game with and without the auto cheat. So let's go. Right, so a bit of background. Cats are fighting. I may not have zoomed out enough. That should be okay now. Really, I could make this into an audio book. You start off, spelt wrong, at the very bottom of the social ladder. Your aim is to get to the top by any means. Should be comma probably. It is Thursday and time for you to sign on. Now, signing on is something you do once every fortnight. You go to a government office, they ask you some questions, and you literally sign a booklet or a form, which is your own signature, to prove that you were there and therefore not working on that 1 out of 10 possible working days, 14 if you work weekends illegally. And then a few days later you'd get like a check in the post from the government, which you could go and cash at any post office, etc. Sweet, I know, and it's unlimited until they decide you're not looking for work, which in the 80s was probably about a decade they give you before giving you any hassle. Be lucky to get 10 weeks worth now before being sent on some bloody work placement to work for free. Anyway, and then hint hint, it says, but first make sure you're decent. So if you watch the review, you'll know what that's all about. Press any key to continue. Right, so let's set the scene. You are in the lounge of a smelly council flat somewhere in northwest London. You can also see a TV showing 321. Now, I believe that was on in America, not just the UK. You know, Dusty Bin, that, that game show thing. And with this cheat turned on, it literally types in for you what you have to type. So all you have to do is press return. So I can smoke. Don't ever smoke, please. So we did examine room, and it says under things you can see, now it also says a UB40 unemployment benefit 40, which is basically the kind of booklet you take with you to prove you are that person, even though it's got no photo on you and they don't ask for any other ID. You could go and sign on for other people back then, and I bet many people did. Here Rob, go and sign on for me mate. Oh, I've got to go early and work in the kebab shop, innit? Better hope the person that signs you on doesn't fancy a kebab later then mate, otherwise that'd be a bit iffy. So we get the UB40, and next it's just got the letter U, which indicates up. You are in your bathroom. A cracked wash basin contains the remains of last night's chicken vindaloo and chips. Not a pretty sight. Of course not. Now it tells you to go east. You are in your sickly orange painted bedroom. The walls are alive with fungus. Between the floorboards the occasional mushroom sprouts through. You can also see a wardrobe. Open wardrobe. Now it says you can see an open wardrobe and a tracksuit. Get tracksuit. Wear tracksuit. Okay sir. Lucky you, it's just your size. West. So we're going out of the bedroom now. So it must be a 1-bedroom council flat. Well, it might not be. There's no fucking pictures, I don't know. So we're back in the bathroom, same description. Down, D for down. So we're back in the lounge with the TV showing 3, 2, 1. It's telling us to go east. So from the pile of dirty plates and heap of foil takeaway cartons upon the table, I assume this is your disgusting, in quotes, kitchen. Search kitchen. A small rusty key, a banana and cod sandwich. Now in the review I ate the sandwich, let's see if he does that now. So, but first he's saying get key. Okay, so now he's saying go east. Your backyard, which is obviously your garden. Which would be very unusual for a council flat. You can also see a locked shed and a closed gate. So it says unlock shed. Now it says an open shed and a closed gate. So it's telling you to go south. You are inside the shed. The walls are lined with faded girly pin-ups. You can also see a pair of bicycle clips, a bicycle. Get clips. Wear clips. Okay, so I did that. Drop. Oh, it says drop key. Get bike. North. North, Miss Tessmocker. North. Your backyard. So we're back where we were now. Open gate. Now it says an open shed and an open gate leading east. East. You are in a narrow street. All around you is an endless grey desert of council tower blocks. So where's the garden then? You can also see a signpost pointing east to Hampstead. Your back gate closes permanently behind you. Now he's saying south. You are in a narrow alley leading towards a dole office. Well, how were you meant to know that? You're not supposed to go east. So this is stupid because he's like saying drop bike, get bike. You'd be riding the bike. You wouldn't carry the bike literally to the dole office, which is the signing on office where you get your unemployment checks, unemployment benefit checks. So drop bike, south. You are in the social security office now, which is the same as the dole office. If you're on the dole, it means you're on the list for people who are unemployed, or literally unemployed, I suppose. A slowly moving queue shuffles towards the only working clerk. That's about right, join queue. So I've typed in join queue, and then it's comically saying time passes. Not quite as funny as when they do it on Top Gear. You have reached the desk. The clerk takes your UB40 and offers you a gyro check. Now, you should actually have to sign, and they should then be able to see all the previous signatures to make sure the signature's the same. Get gyro, which means get gyro check. And now it's saying go north. So it's not obvious really. The north-south business going in and out of sheds and, you know, office buildings is not right. You are in a narrow alley leading towards the dole office. You can also see a bicycle. So again, we're strapping the bike to our fucking shoulders so it can work out while we're walking north. You are in a narrow street, all around you is an endless grey desert, so we've been here because it's where it says the signpost to Hampstead. So we're going east to Hampstead. You are in a dingy high street, which means there's very low levels of ambient light for the scientists there amongst you. And it's saying again, go north. You are at the main entrance of a labyrinthine industrial estate. An evil-looking cloud of yellow smoke hangs overhead. Your ears are assorted with the clanging of hammers and the high-pitched whine of Japanese-built machinery. Depressing, isn't it? And then it is N, which I presume is for north and not in response to the question saying depressing, isn't it? N for no. No, it's not depressing. Well, it bloody is depressing. Go north already. You are in the midst of a large industrial estate. Roads lead in all directions. East. Same description. East. 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 Okay, it's getting boring now. Right, you are in the midst of, again, large industrial estate. Roads lead in all directions, but you can also see a lathe retaining bracket. What, just laying on the floor? That's handy. Get lathe. Well, I don't think you'd be able to lift a lathe. They weigh like fucking more than a mini full of fat people. Southwest. You could probably do this game over the telephone using, speech recognition, even from the 70s. You are at the main entrance of a labyrinthine industrial estate, an evil-looking blah blah blah. You are assaulted with the clanging. It's the same place. South, a dingy high street. Drop bike. Okay. South. Why have I dropped the bike there? You are in the job centre with racks of encouraging little job, in quotes, opportunities. Well, the quote should be around the word job and opportunities. Examine opportunities. You'd say examine jobs maybe. There are no jobs available for the likes of you. Fuck off! I've got an IQ more than you and your brother combined probably. In fact, there aren't any jobs at all. North, so we're probably exiting the job centre. So he's genuinely looking for work then, which is unusual for people who are unemployed. North, a dingy high street. You can also see a bicycle, obviously, because we've not gone north, we've just exited the job centre. Why didn't it say you are at the job centre? For fuck's sake. East. You are at the seedy end of the high street with its boarded up shop front and its marauding gangs of traffic wardens. Drop bike. North. You are in the post office. They're being extra descriptive about the ethnicity of the boy. The young boy smiles helpfully from behind the wire grill in the post office. So it's saying cash gyro, which means cash your gyro check. Two £10 notes. So it's saying you can also see two £10. They just magically appear in mid-air. What is this, Futurama? Get notes. Now it should really be get money, but anyway. South to exit the post office, I guess. Get bike again. Go east. You are at the end of the high street, at the junction with the main road. So this is about as sophisticated as the very first text adventure. What was that called? Cave, is it? To the east you see Hampstead Heath. A signpost points south to the station. Oh, so we're going Hampstead Heath way. Must be nice walking down them roads. Very posh area actually. You're in the middle of a wood on Hampstead Heath. To the east glows the promised land of Hampstead. There is a flasher amongst the trees showing you his half-inch. Yeah, no, it doesn't say that, I'm just joking. North, you follow a winding path among the trees to a little park bench. You are still on Hampstead Heath. Sit bench. What, my dog called bench? Anyway, underneath the park bench you find a credit card. Ooh. Shouldn't it be get card and not get credit? Anyway. So we go south. So this is not quite how Alan Sugar made his money from, like, you know, a pittance. He didn't find a credit card. You are in the middle of a wood on Hampstead Heath. Again, to the east glows the promised land of Hampstead. Go west. Farty noise motorcycle goes by. I'm dictating this on my dictaphone. You are at the end of the high street at the junction with the main road. To the east you see Hampstead Heath. A signpost points south to the station. South. The main road. South. The south end of the main road. It's similar in many ways to the rest of the main road. Drop bike. West. The Oxfam shop. You see a collection of useless, overpriced console games. No, it doesn't say that. Useless, overpriced items that no one in their right mind would want. You can also see, what does that say? A copy of Don Levy's The Unexpurgated Code. What the hell is that? A tweed jacket and trousers, a pair of blue china dogs. Drop tracksuit. So basically you're getting naked inside the Oxfam shop. Get tweed. So I don't have to buy it. Wear tweed. Okay, go east. So you just committed a robbery there. So we're back at the south end of the main road with our bicycle there. And now, for some reason, you don't pick the bicycle up. Maybe it will ruin your tweed suit. I don't know. Go east. The newsagent. On the top shelf, out of reach of children, are several filthy publications. So I remember those days. Luckily, I was quite tall when I was 15. And had a full beard as well. Got a bloody electric shaver when I was 14, for fuck's sake. Anyway, examine newsagent. On the top shelf, out of reach of children, are several filthy publications. You can also see Art and Antiques magazine. Get mag. So I presume we're paying for these with a stolen credit card. Go west. We're at the south end of the main road, sorry. Our bicycle hasn't been stolen, it's still where we left it. And now it's saying go south. You are outside the station. Go east. The railway station. Someone with a foreign accent is an... We're very racist. They mentioned specifically that the young boy at the post office was Pakistani, and now we've got someone with a, in quotes, foreign accent is announcing train arrivals over the distorted tannoy system. You can also see a ticket office. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. So what if they got a foreign accent? You should just say someone is announcing train arrivals over the distorted tannoy system. That's all it should say. Buy ticket. You also see a ticket office. You can also see a travel pass. Get pass. There are 3 platforms. So it's telling us to go to platform 1 to Waterloo, so which is southeast. You are on platform 1 for Waterloo. Time passes. I don't think this time passes business No trains arrive. Ha ha. Oh, actually a train arrives. Board train. You are on a train full of commuters heading towards the city. So hang on. City of London, I presume, because we're in Hampstead. A man carrying a copy of Art and Antiques looks into your carriage. You notice at once he is wearing I can't read that, white Hamish tie. After a few moments he proffers his calling card. Get card. Read card. Justin Perrier, like the water I presume, editor Art and Antiques, there's no space to say magazine, 01-431-9999, which is a London number, because there used to be a TV show called 01 for London. Oof. Justin expresses interest in something you have with you and wonders whether you would be prepared to exchange it for something of his. So he's carrying part of his collection around with him, is he? So it just says give lathe. So it's actually lathe bracket. A lathe is like a 6 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot solid piece of fucking iron in terms of weight. I don't think you'd be carrying that around. That's it. Justin is just crazy about the functional minimalism of the lathe retaining bracket, which he has mistaken for an early Duchamp, whatever the fuck that is. He accepts it eagerly but tells you he is rather short of cash. He begs you to accept his treasured weaker Hamish tie. I'll have to go back and read that over this bit. Get tie. Wear tie. Okay, what is this tie? I don't know this tie. The train stops and you get out. Didn't give you enough time to fucking read it. Yeah, I don't think it's important. You are at Waterloo Station. The bus stops are to the north. Bear in mind you are now masquerading as Justin Perrier. Why would that be? North. You are at the bus stop outside Waterloo. So this guy who has enough money to buy all these antiques, would he be getting a bus? No, he'd get a bloody London taxi, wouldn't he? A bus arrives, board bus. And I am bored waiting for the bus. Bus is taking you to a shopping street in the West End. I wish it was Edmonton Green. They fucking demolished it, cocksuckers. A busy shopping street in the heart of London's West End. Drunks, pimps and tourists rub shoulders with pickpockets, office workers and shop assistants. A suffocating stench of diesel fumes fills the air. That's like most of Britain now. Fucking arseholes buying like little Ford Fiesta fucking diesels. Fuck off. Work hard to get a petrol. Go north as well. Piccadilly Circus. To the north is Regent Street. To the south is shopping area. To the west you see a cinema. To the east a large department store. In addition you see an art gallery to the northwest and a hamburger restaurant to the southwest. Go north. You are in Regent Street where the better class of people shop. Go east. You are on the premises of a discreet gentleman's outfitters. An assistant suggests politely that Sir might wish to purchase a new business suit. Buy a suit. Any old suit. Just give me a suit, man. I'm desperate. The assistant takes Sir's old tweed, blah blah blah. You are on the premises of a business suit. Get a suit. Wear a suit. Do we really need to buy the suit and then pick it up and wear the suit? Go west. You are on the Regent Street where the better class of people shop again. North. The middle of Oxford Circus. Damn, this coffee is chalky. Should have made it T. So called because to the east is the eastern end of Oxford Street and to the west is the western end. Hence it's called the middle of Oxford Street. Go west, motherfucker. You're at the western end of Oxford Street. Further west, roads stretch in the direction of Hampstead. Go north, you are in a gentleman's club reserved exclusively for people that tie. There is silence for the sound of a tickling clock. Several old gentlemen recline in leather chairs, their faces obscured by copies of the Daily Telegraph. You feel a friendly hand on your shoulder. Ooh, I'm not like that, mate. Unless it's Avril Lavigne and she's being friendly with her hands. That I could have accepted. But not now, because she got Lyme disease in it and I can't do her in it. And a voice asks you your name. So here it's giving the name of the editor. So people only know the editor from his tie, huh? They couldn't. So I look exactly like him, except I didn't have that tie and a smart business suit. Anyway, I've typed in Justin Perrier, and he's called Justin because he's got a half-inch cock. You get it? Just in, it gets just inside the vagina. It's so short. Yeah, that was a joke when I was a kid. So he's thinking about it, or he's crashed. I'm not sure which. The man now realises who you are, or rather who you pretend to be. Winking and pointing to your tie, he asks if you would be interested in a nice little banking job which has just come up. What, as in a bank robbery? I'm the editor of a magazine that's on sale in newsagents. Why do I need a job? He's insulting my magazine, basically. Get job. As he dashes off a letter of reference, he tells you that the merchant bank is at the far end of High Holborn and you should ask for Sir Lionel Thrum. You are in a gentleman's club, blah blah blah. Get letter. A letter of reference, you can also see, obviously. South. You're at the western end of Oxford Street. East. The middle of Oxford Street, so called because to the east, oh, again with that shit, south. You are in Regent Street where the better class of people shop. Piccadilly Circus, to the north is Regent Street. In addition, you see an art gallery to the northwest and a hamburger restaurant to the southwest. Must be Wendy's. I don't consider McDonald's a hamburger worth paying money for. They taste like cardboard, mate, their burgers. I don't care about the rest of the guff that they give with it. Go east. You are in a large department store. Surrounding you are counters laden with tools of female vanity. To the east is the furniture department. Go east. The furniture department. You see a scrum of assistants grappling with the ill-fitting components of a plasterboard coffee table. Plasterboard would not be used to make a coffee table. Nearby is a collection of half-assembled beds, cabinets. It would be chipboard, not plasterboard. Plasterboard is literally what you nail to the wall and peel off the paper and you've got plaster on the walls. To the east is the toys and games department. Nearby is a collection of half-assembled beds, cabinets, chairs and a small writing desk. Open desk. You find a sturdy screwdriver. Drop mag. Get a screwdriver. I presume you can't carry too many things at once. Good thing we got rid of the bike then, innit? West. You're in a large department store. West. Piccadilly Circus. North. You're in Regent Street. The middle of Oxford Street. East. The eastern end of Oxford Street. East. You are in High Holborn. To the east is the imposing facade of a successful merchant bank. To the west stretches the vastness of Oxford Street. East. The marble-floored reception area of a well-established merchant bank in the city. A small fountain plays in the centre. to one side is seated the receptionist. The receptionist accepts your letter of reference. She tells you Sir Lionel's office is on the first floor and that he's expecting you. Well, he must be a fucking psychic. I'm per psychic. Yes, please, drop credit. Why are you dropping the credit card? Up. You are in a long corridor. To the east is Sir Lionel Thrum's office. Your office is to the west. Well, I got the job. At the far end of the corridor to the north is a company boardroom. The walls of the corridor are lined with portraits of past chairmen. Prominently displayed is the company's motto, Per Ardua ad nauseam, whatever that means. Go east to Sir Lionel Thrum's office. A fine collection of hunting trophies. Kill him! Lines the walls. Sir Lionel rises to greet you. He welcomes you aboard and informs you of an imminent board meeting. He suggests you cast your eye over the paperwork you will find in your office. West to go to my office. So I've already got the job. You are in your new office. There is a large leather-topped mahogany desk with some paperwork upon it. You can also see a filing cabinet. Force filing cabinet. Well, cabinet. An open filing cabinet with a broken lock. Examine cabinet. You see a confidential report, debt report, read report. Prepared for Sir Lionel Thrum. Subject wages in San Paulo. Higher wages will result in a profitability of less than total net return. Static wages will not help in overcoming costs in real terms. Lower wages ensure the project's viability. No apostrophe there, sadly. Lower wages ensure, so what was the point of that? Drop screwdriver. It's actually spelled screwdriver for some reason. Examine desk. There is a memo on the desk. Get memo, read memo. From Managing Director, all board members, subject wages and conditions on the San Paulo plantation. At the next board meeting, we must decide upon our position on the question of the above. I hereby give notice of my intention to recommend no reduction in standards or wages, since this could result in adverse publicity, although it would increase our overheads in real terms. Wait. And then it says you can't do that, beeps at me and says the intercom warbles. Sir Lionel says, so how can I not do that? Secretary tells you that the board meeting is about to start. East and north to the boardroom. You are in the company boardroom. You see a number of well-fed faces. The battery's going to run out any minute. Around a long oak conference table, the managing director greets you amiably. The first item on the agenda is a vote on the San Paulo question. Please vote for option 1, 2 or 3. Option 3. And that was from the letter which I've completely forgotten about. Sit Lionel is alone with you after the meeting. He is looking very pleased. He is impressed that you read all the relevant information before you're voting. To celebrate, he invites you to a cocktail party in Covent Garden. Ah, shit. We'll end it there because I need to re-record what it said there. So, I've got me trusty cat at me side. Forget what I tell you his name is on YouTube. Devon, little Devon, of course. Little Devon, my tallest of all the cats. Well, he's got the largest skeleton. He's just a bit on the slim build, a bit, David Hasselhoff kind of thing. All legs, bugger all else. But he's more intelligent than David Hasselhoff. Certainly no embarrassing pictures of him anywhere in the world. Now I've left this C64 on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's not the first time I've ever done that. And I'm really starting to get attached to this actual C64. This is the one I bought for £125 in the what did I call it? Oh, Battle of the Boxes. Yes, I paid 125 quid for this with loads of games. Well, not loads, but quite a few, worth at least over 100 quid. And the packaging, which was absolutely mint. It's the closest I've ever seen to what a C64 would look like if you could go to a shop right now and buy it. And you know, so this machine's a real trooper, a real survivor. I've had no issues with this machine at all in any way. It's 100% perfect. And yeah, it's, you know, let's have a quick, I'm going to say this is a 1984 Commodore. So, you know, that's 36 years. There's not many human beings 36 years old that are in perfect health, sir. So let's get on with our adventure game. And that pause was just so I could drop in the voice of me reading the text on the last screen, which disappeared at the end of the last video, which is on the other SD card, Mr. O. Just FYI. You are in the company boardroom. You can also see a banker's draft for £100,000. So he's dropping the bus pass or train pass, and he's getting the draft, and he's going south. So this is the long corridor. Nothing's changed. Got a stupid motto. So he's saying D for go down. We're in the reception. So west, High Holborn Street, eastern end of Oxford Street, west, the middle of Oxford Street, south. You're in Regent Street, south, Piccadilly Circus, south, a busy shopping street in the heart of London's West End, east. You have entered the office of a well-known estate agent. There you see a display with descriptions of several desirable properties. Examine display. Let's do this in text, mate. A particular property that we'll never see because it's a text-only fucking adventure, probably written in compiled basic, catches your eye. For £100,000 you could purchase. This is before council tax. Although I do believe you'd still paid rates. A grade 2 listed cottage with a view of Hampstead Heath. Buy a cottage. And obviously they're verifying that you're not a nutter and the money's, you know, it's not, it's not a draft, which is really a green piece of paper with some photocopied fake cheque on it from the Bank of Nigeria for for thousands of pounds, which I actually got once, and I just stuck it in my account. I said to the woman, I've got no idea if this is real, you know, I sold something on eBay, he sent me this cheque, and he's not going to get his stuff until it clears, and she warned me, even if it clears, it might, you know, the funds may get reversed after it's cleared. She said, because it might get cleared automatically. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it did clear, and for like one day I had an extra 5,000 in my account, and then the next day it was gone. I didn't get into any trouble, heard nothing more of it, except my overdraft magically jumped from like £1,000 to like, I think it was £5,000, magic. Anyway, you have entered the office of a well-known estate, so we're still there. in the estate agents. There you see a display, right, okay. So all that's changed is you can also see deeds to a Hampstead cottage. Get deeds. Title deeds, that is. Go west. So we're in the shopping street in the West End. Go north. Piccadilly Circus. Regent Street. Middle of Oxford Street. Southeast. Covent Garden now. South. A chic little Albanian bistro. Waiters serve dried meats and lentils in variety of mouth-searing sauces. Maybe for you, not for them. Probably their 5-year-old kids have that and don't even break a sweat, mate. The blackboard describes dish of the day to be mutton, a la whatever. South. A little wine bar decorated in the style of on Icelandic fishing trawler here. The waitresses throw fish to the assembled advertising men, whatever. South, you are in a wine bar that looks remarkably similar to the east. You are in a wine bar that looks remarkably similar. Southeast, you are at a cocktail party in your honour. Amongst the how has that happened? I don't know anyone. Amongst the guests are Janet Street Porter, Paula Yates, Mark Thatcher, Keith Harris and Orville. I wish I could fly right up in the sky, but I can't. You can't. Yeah, anyway, you can also see Pippa, a beautiful model. Drop card. Get Pippa. What? You just get her. Pippa considers your offer. This is rubbish. You should have to talk to her or something. She accepts what? Accepts me measuring the diameter of a bloody vaginal passage with my penis? Northwest, you are in a wine bar. Alright, okay. Until something changes, I'm not reading the description. So we're back at the bank. So it's saying D to go down now. You are in an underground car park beneath the merchant bank. You can also see a large black company car. It doesn't say it's yours, so it just says get car. You break the windows, hotwire the car. Now what? Yeah, it doesn't say that. North. You are on a road running north and south. Pippa insists that you come to meet her father, whose name is Lord Fish, but whom everyone refers to as Chubby. She adds that Chubby is frightfully important in the government and a political rival of Sir Lionel Thrum. Put it in your thrum, which means stick it up your arse in a foreign language, I don't know. You have reached the road junction. To the south is the city. There are signposts pointing northwest to Hampstead, west to St John's Wood, north to Islington and northeast to Cambridge. You are in St John's Wood. To the south you see an imposing 19th century Gothic mansion. South. You are outside a large mansion. Drop car. Literally, it's not good for the chassis or the suspension components. You knob. Ring bell. Sounds like there's a short circuit on that doorbell to me, mate, and I'm an engineer. The door is opened by a pilgrim, the household butler, who inquires after the nature of your business. Meet Chubby! Ooh! Like a caveman at the door, that's all he can say to you. Pilgrim invites you in. They're having, obviously, a fancy dress party. South. The elegant book-lined study of Lord Chubbyfish is writing his memoirs and rewriting history. As he sits at his green leather-top desk, he greets you cordially and after some initial pleasantries asks what your intentions are towards his daughter. The one who pretty much like a whore, you know, let me grab her tits after dropping my business card in my suit. Your response is marry Pippa. Satisfied with your apparent integrity, he hands you a generous measure of scotch. Pippa tells him of your recent successes at the bank. Chubby's interest is aroused. He wishes to know more about the San Paolo project. Give memo. That's confidential information. Lord Fish reads what you have given with interest, but asks if you have anything else on the San Paolo. Give report. As Chubby reads the new document, his face lights up, which is what my roll-up needs to do. He tells you that Sir Lionel's days are now numbered, as Sir Lionel's shabby treatment of San Paolo will lose him his advisory post to the government, that the post is yours, along with an automatic knighthood. Woo! Pilgrim enters. He reminds Lord Fish that he is urgently required at a cabinet meeting. Chubby leaves you with a firm handshake and best wishes for the future. North, Miss Tessmocker and my girlfriend together. In a threesome? No. You are outside a large mansion. Get car. It should be get in car. And drive, not just north. East. South. South. Drop car. We're in an underground car park area beneath the bank, by the way. Up. Marble floored reception area of a well-established merchant bank again. Get credit. Why do we need a credit card? Go down. Get car. North. North. West. West. South. 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 The south end of the main road. It's similar in many ways to the rest of the main road. You can also see a bicycle. Drop car. West. So we're at the Oxfam shop now, and our tracksuit's still there, and the blue china dogs. Drop suit, get tracksuit, wear tracksuit, lucky you, it's just your size. Get dogs, the blue china dog figurines. East, get bike, north, the main road, north. End of the high street, east. Middle of the woods in Hampstead Heath, east. Congratulations, as you and Pippa amble into Hampstead, the residents realise that you belong here. What, in my tracksuit, my Ticini tracksuit, or possibly Kappa, which was my preferred one, when I was a teenager. With your tracksuit, pushing your faithful bike, who but fellow residents would realise that you had a knighthood. As you relax in your new cottage, you turn on the TV, put up your feet and watch 3-2-1 in style. 93%. Do you want to try again? You have taken 212 turns. No, I do not. Maybe it'll reset the machine and it will... No. Why is that an auto thing? It should be no. Well, anyway, that's that. Magic. I hope you enjoyed that little experiment of boredom. You're all bored. No one's going to watch this for fuck's sake.